Today's video is going to be a little bit different because I am exhausted. I've been working my ass off this week, but I still wanted to get a video out for you guys. So today we're going to talk about a long lost fragrance from the house of Azzaro, and you're definitely not going to want to miss this episode. Stay tuned. So Azzaro is a really interesting house because years ago, frag heads kind of knew Azzaro to be a very affordable fragrance house. Most people would call them a cheapie. And that's how I've always seen Azzaro, you know, a $20, $30 scent. And then they came out with the wanted and most wanted line and sort of got into that higher echelon of designer fragrances. And now a lot of you young kids out there sort of see Azzaro as that sort of high-end luxury designer fragrance. I appreciate that. Don't get me wrong, I do. And listen, it's totally worth the money. The money you spend on the most wanted and the wanted lines with Azzaro, they're absolutely phenomenal. I love the stuff they're doing, and I'm really glad they're able to creep up into that upper echelon of designer. That being said, they still have a lot of amazing, absolute banger, affordable fragrances in their line that do such amazing things that's very different from what you might know from the wanted line, etc., etc. And this one is one of those fragrances. This actually came out in 2018 and it went under the radar. Like nobody talked about it. I think I saw like 3 or 4 random reviews about this fragrance and hardly anyone watched them. So I want to put you onto this because it's absolutely phenomenal. And the fragrance we're talking about today, Solarissimo Levanzo from Azzaro. Solarissimo Levanzo from Azzaro. Now look, check out this presentation. Is this not an absolute gorgeous bottle? It's got this green that sort of takes a gradient down to a clear. It's got that Azzaro logo up top. Solarissimo Levanzo. Now, I do not know what Levanzo means, so if you do out there, let me know in the comments what Levanzo means. Apparently, Solarissimo has something to do with the sun. You know, the solar part of the word Solarissimo. It's Italian, but dude, check this out. This is an amazing summer fragrance that leans a little bit green, but also does some things that this feels very niche in a lot of ways, even though it is a designer, and it's $25. Even got this really nice wooden cap that clicks really nicely into place. It's got a solid atomizer, throw some juice. Let's talk about the notes though, because that's where this really shines. Bro, the cat, man. What's going on with the cat today? So this is an eau de toilette, okay? So the first moment you spray it, you've got to let it settle down because it's gonna be a little bit harsh. It's a little bit alcohol-y in the opening, but only for like 30 seconds. So don't go immediately for the sniff. Let it dry down a little bit. You really want to do that with most eau de toilettes. You want to let it start to dry down before you go right to it because you're going to get a shock to the face. I promise you. It's a little harsh. But the moment it dries down, what the heck are we even talking about? Bro. So the moment you smell this, you get this bright lemon mixed with this amazing fruity, sweet passion fruit, okay? And then as it starts to dry down, you get a little bit of florals that start to creep out, and then you get this really nice, delicate, airy tea note. And then you get some really nice woods in the base, and then you get a beautiful herbal basil that lasts the life of this fragrance. As it starts to dry down, the fruitiness starts to go away, and what you end up with is more of the woody tea basil, and it stays a touch sweet through the rest of the life of the fragrance. What shocks me about this, for being an eau de toilette and it also being in the middle of freaking winter, this lasts. It lasted me 6 to 7 hours on skin. I can't even make this up. 6 to 7 hours. And it was projecting for a solid 3 to 4 hours, okay? As it starts to dry down, it becomes almost elbow's length of a fragrance, but that's usually around 3.5 to 4 hour mark. It becomes an elbow projector, meaning you're gonna project about this far off the skin. I'd say about 6 to 8 inches. But it stays that way until around hour 7, at which point it's pretty much gone. But for a fragrance that is a summer, green, fresh, sweet, citrusy fragrance, this is an absolute phenomenal performer for an eau de toilette that costs around $25. What are we even talking about? And I would not bat an eye if they bottle this up and put it in a Bond number 9 bottle. I'm telling you, it literally smells like a $500 scent for less than it costs 2 people to eat at McDonald's. This is crazy. And like, no one's talking about it. I have not seen this for sale in a lot of different places, which leads me to believe it may be discontinued, but I have seen it in stock at Fragflex, which I also believe is owned by fragrancebuy.ca. So if you're in Canada, I think you can get it at Fragrance Buy, but if you're in America, you can get it at Fragflex. So definitely check it out because both of those websites are 100% legit. I've used them dozens of times and they have really good shipping. This is not sponsored. I have not talked to them about promoting them. I just know that I placed an order, it came in like 3 days, and they're the only ones that I've seen that are actually selling this fragrance. You might be able to get it on like eBay or something, but I don't know how many bottles they have. So if you want to give this a try, I would jump on it like soon because I'm pretty sure it's discontinued. As a matter of fact, I think there's a whole line of these Solarissimo fragrances from Azzaro, and I haven't really seen them anywhere else. And I've seen a couple other reviews of the other flankers, and they didn't seem all that positive. The other reviews that I've seen of this one were really positive, and I gotta be honest with you, it's 100% valid because this is a sensational fragrance. I'm only pissed that it comes in a 75 ml because I wish it came in a 4.2 ounce. I would use the hell out of this sucker. Anyway, I hope you guys are having an amazing day out there. Listen, I'm so sorry that I haven't been posting as much lately. I've been absolutely exhausted, ass out working like 12 and a half to 13 hours a day. I have to make money, man. This whole YouTube thing isn't paying off as well as I thought it would be at this point in the game. So I'm doing my best to keep afloat and to be able to continue to make content for you guys. So I may not be posting as frequently as I used to, but I'm gonna get on here and try to give you guys a little taste of the good stuff when I can. Thank you guys so much for watching. I love you all. I hope you have an amazing day out there. Stay safe. Always look good, feel good, and smell good. My name's Fragrant Eric. Have a fragrant state of mind.